So, the People Champ 1983 back with you with another video. And today we about to watch Cody Rhodes as the dashing Cody Rhodes do this interview with the Germany interviewer from Instagram Live. And then we're going to come back and then we're going to sign out. So let's watch. Hope y'all enjoying y'all. Hope y'all doing well physically, mentally, and emotionally on this day. And let's watch this Cody Rhodes interview by a Germany interview. And don't worry, I will be right in the cut watching with each and every one of you. So let's get it.
Cody Rhodes, he wore a suit to the after party, man.
I did. I did. It's actually a rare today. I was struggling with I'm doing a little work over. My wife has got a yoga and Pilates studio, and I'm at the studio I shoot stuff for, and I have a suit and tie here. But I thought maybe today will be the day that I just keep it a little cash. But when I went there for WXW, I actually had a really great moment that's now almost full circle after standing in the ring with Ilya at NXT. Is I watched a few of the matches on the final day, and I got to see Gunther and Ilya do their thing. I feel like I was treated to anyone who's seen those matches understands now, but I still think there's a whole nother worldwide stage where they're going to have another one for us to just enjoy. I was beyond impressed, really, really beyond impressed. And having been in the ring with Gunther myself now, that was cool to see them where they're at.
Absolutely agree. I think the best is yet to come for these two. I mean, they're amazing, and their evolution to see it. I mean, from a physical standpoint, from an in-ring standpoint, I mean, they've come a long way.
You actually mentioned the evolution, and to me, it's like specifically Gunther. Just in this moment, he's put in so much effort to building this version of himself, this final form, this evolved version of what was Walter, and then Gunther when he first got to WWE, and then now. And there's this kind of odd collection of people who I feel like effort shame, and my gosh, what he's doing is 100% what you're supposed to do, no matter when you get signed. If you get signed at 20, like me, and here I am 38 now, or whenever it is, the point is every time they see you, you're supposed to have grown. You're supposed to be better, or at least reaching your optimum, maximum potential. And with him, we haven't even seen maximum potential yet. Every week, he does something more special. Not the friendliest guy, by no means. I don't know if you find him on this Instagram Live chat, but a absolutely outstanding sports entertainer, wrestler, all those things.
Same goes for Ludwig Kaiser. I mean, I've been watching him since he was, I think, 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
Didn't have any money. Wrestling was his only hobby, his only passion. He saw it as his job even back then. And there was always the sense of respect between both of us, because I went my way as a commentator, but he did his thing, man. And he has grown so much. I mean, his appearance, the whole facial expressions in the ring, he's getting better and better. I think he has a lot to come.
When it comes to Ludwig, I'm sure you being in the business, around the business, studying the business, all those things, there's different types of heat. There's, big guy heat when you got two big muscle guys who walk in the locker room together. There's cruiserweight heat when you've got two unbelievable athletic guys who can defy gravity with what they do bell to bell. There's also handsome guy heat, which is why I don't like Ludwig, because when another guy who's like a good looking guy comes in the locker room and starts to turn heads, and even he's had these vignettes lately, which are just like beauty shots of him. There's no actual substance to them. They're very good shots. You get a little handsome guy heat. So in my heart, I'm still dashing Cody Rhodes. I know I got to let it go, but in my heart, I'm still that.
Speaking of dashing Cody Rhodes, I found this today. Back when you were dashing Cody Rhodes,
there it is.
2012, I think, 8x10, and you signed it for my brother, and you wrote to Michael, good luck with the medicine. He was in college back then, and now he's one of the best surgeons when it comes to shoulders, elbows, hand surgeries here in Germany.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Good luck, charm, Cody Rhodes.
I feel like that story could have gone so many different ways where you were taking. I'm really glad he's excelling in that field. Good for him. Please tell him I said hi.
You always knew it. I would say hi. He's still a big Cody Rhodes fan.
Nice.
There are some Cody Rhodes fans out there. I think a couple of thousands. You might meet next week at WWE Live. Guys, get your tickets now. Tickets are on sale. WWE Live comes to Munich, Cologne, Hamburg, and Berlin. Of course, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, is there too. He will have the match of the night any day of the week, I guess.
I absolutely hope to. I feel like the German WWE universe in these shows, all of us as a team are looking forward to being there, because a lot of us grew up on these stories. I mean, you might have been a kid going to these shows, but WWE and Germany have always had a very unique connection. And like Bret Hart is the example that's often used. It was essentially Beatlemania when Bret was there. And that, for when we're domestically so much, and we're based in the United States. I mean, you got the American flag on my neck here, but when you're able to go over and connect with the audience in a similar way, or in a way that you can't appreciate it unless you're there live. And for us, it's one of those things that I feel like really makes you mature. It opens your eyes up to the rest of the world. When I first started going on the road, I'd never even been out of the country. And that experience was jarring, but also it's a beautiful experience to be able to connect with an audience that's all the way across the ocean somewhere else and be able to have that same love. I actually have I think they're bringing t-shirts with the skull, but the German flag is in there instead of I believe so.
Nice. Gotta
yeah,
have
it should
that.
be pretty cool.
Nice. Speaking of Bret Hart, I mean, my first tour as a fan, I think, was the European Rampage tour in 1992. And dude, I was scared. Like, people literally were trampling down the barricades when Bret Hart was coming out. It was craziness.
Yeah, the pink and black attack, he had a connection. And I feel like maybe that speaks to, especially in 1992, that speaks to the type of wrestling and the type of sports entertainment that perhaps German fans like. Everybody's got a different flavor, and everybody individually is different. But geographically, there's some big differences too in what they like. And maybe Germany likes the more technical, all the things that Bret brought. There was a whole charm. Again, the pink and black, the shades, the long hair, just had a way. And that's all you hear about is he was the guy in terms of Germany and WWE, Bret Hart. I'd asked actually Triple H this past week. I said, was it as big as everyone talks about with Bret? And he told me, yeah, it absolutely was. I think that's amazing. So who's going to be the new Bret Hart? That's the thing, right? I want to show up and I want people banging over the barricades. I want the same thing, right? And I'm sure Seth Rollins, I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. All of us are going in there. We're trying to be the next Bret Hart, Germany, WWE thing.
Speaking of pink and black, it's a sweet background you have there. Where are you at the moment? Yeah.
We are at, good question. We are at Comeback Studios, and Comeback Studios, even this fun Instagram Live, which is just on my cell phone, I have a rule that I don't like to do anything in the seat of my car. I don't like to do anything with low production values. So I come into Comeback Studios. Steve is over there, and this is DDP's studio. So WWE Hall of Famer DDP, he once told me, whatever you want, you can come in the studio for it. And now I heavily abuse that invitation, and I'm here on the regular because it's great.
My first ever wrestling book. My first ever
page book. Yeah.
My first ever wrestling book. I love the guy. His feud with the Macho Man in 1990s. Yeah. Dude, don't mention it. We have to get to some fan questions for Cody, sure, because I'm selfish here. I'm talking and rambling, but I have some great questions, pages of them. So let's get started. Maurice with the first one. How are you doing after what happened on Raw?
I don't know if it's visible in the if you look at the replay from Raw. The way I hit the table, I think maybe it was a monitor or just a piece of the hardware. I got kind of stabbed in my lower back. So normally, I've gone through some tables in my day. Normally, you recognize the feeling. It's very heavy. It's a crash. You feel like you're free falling, and then it ends. But this one, I just felt like I had been shanked in my back, and off the air, there was nobody coming out after. And I felt bad because we had another amazing sellout show. We've just lost the titles, which is not something that was in the plans. And here I am, and I'm wobbling around. I still wanted to be able to tell those fans the same thing I'd say now. I am okay. I'm not thrilled at what happened. And I feel like fans of Jey Uso, myself, not thrilled. We were having such a fun thing. And for it to end abruptly, okay. But I will say this. I feel like, been tested, and looks like I'm going to be further tested by Finn Balor, by Damian Priest, by Rhea Ripley, by JD McDonough even, and of course, I have to say Dom as well. That they have tested me pretty much since it seems like WrestleMania last year, and it's a fun game to play. You don't want to be on the losing end of it, but it's a fun game to play.
see. Next question is from Murat. He writes, how much fun has it been to be in a tag team with Jey Uso so far?
Good question. I would preface the answer with, a lot of people know this if they followed any of my interviews or anything like this, I never wanted to be in a tag team ever again. Where I did so much tagging. I tagged with my brother. I tagged with Teddy, with Drew, with Bob. But when the opportunity came up to do this, I was really honored to be in that spot. And he mentioned something at the press conference where he said he'd never won a tag title with anyone other than his brother. And when he said it, I felt like I looked at him in a way, like in my mind, I wanted him to be one of my pack, if that makes any sense. And hopefully I'm one of his. I really wanted him to be in my circle at that point, because that's a real high honor. Here he is, one of the greatest and most decorated tag team athletes of all time. And he's got an outstanding singles career ahead of him. And for us to share that was really, was touching. So didn't want to be in a tag team, don't want to be in a tag team, but I will tag team with Jey Uso any day of the week. Main event Jey Uso.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Next question is from Hannah. Was the press conference at WWE Fastlane the best you've ever been a part of?
Well, I afterwards, I told Jay, I said that might have been a top 10 moment in my career. One of the things that you can't see at the press conference is the media wasn't really asking. They were kind of just like oogling us, and they're normally a little bit quicker with the questions. So a lot of the humor and what was happening, we were just lingering on it. And I mean, you've seen the video. I have no defense for the video other than we were having a very great time. I don't know if I can top it press conference wise. And I don't know if I want to try to top it. I think next time I'm just coming in with a sheet of paper and maybe read some stats, maybe just some technical information. Because I refuse to treat the press conferences as if they're part of the show, I suppose. I like them to be that moment in the night where we let our guard down a little bit. We do pull the curtain back a little bit, and we talk to, there are members of the media who really want that. And then there's members of the media who want a little different. And for me, I really love those. I don't know if I'll be welcomed back or invited back. And I don't know if I can top it. It was a top 10 career moment, was that press conference.
I liked it. Noel writes, when will you get your tag team titles back?
Great question. I would imagine we are entitled to, and this is a good question for Adam Pearce. I would imagine we are entitled to a rematch, even though it was such a short reign. And I would, as much as the Judgment Day isn't incredibly popular with the audience in terms of beloved, I feel like they're the type of individuals who would accept. So let me just say perhaps sooner than later.
Maybe in Germany. I mean, the Judgment Day is in Germany too. WWE Live is coming soon next week.
Yeah. It's funny. Do you guys have, the Germany, like the post and the ticket link? Like when you go to buy a ticket for a show, it says sometimes the matches. One of my favorite things is how much the matches can change depending on how, the nature of Raw truly is Raw, Monday Night Raw, the nature of it. So I look forward to, I'm not even going to look at the sheet. I look forward to it. And I know we'll have something special. And shout out to Road Dogg Jesse James is currently one of the, I don't know, main in charge of the live event, the touring aspect of what we do. And he's been a really wonderful partner in terms of giving people really quality matches and quality shows, because we've had such luck lately with fans. And yeah, shout out to him.
Oh, you didn't know? That was
Right?
like a part of my teenage years, man. We used to say that all the time. We used to drive my mother crazy with that. This is my favorite question here. It's from Daniel. It's a nerd question. It's why I love it. Which of your Masters of the Universe action figures mean the most to you?
It's like, oof.
Show you something.
I was really into, so on the road, like constantly on the bus, YouTube is just on an autoplay, and it goes from Pixel Dan to the Toy Bro, to Matt McMuscles, to the Completionist. So it's just like gaming meets toy, really well-produced YouTube series. And I'm trying to think what figures that I can say and still keep some credibility that means the most to me. I have a out of box. It's a loose, as Matt Cardona would say, a loose Bluebeard Stratos. And the Bluebeard variant is difficult. I don't know if mine is real. I don't know if it would pass the test in terms of maybe somebody just painted the beard blue, but that was the one I always wanted. I was not particularly a fan of the character in the Filmation series, but I just thought this is a really special one that people are trying to get. Other than that, any of my Hordak stuff and any of my Skeletor stuff, especially the Frank Langella movie Skeletor, which they had done, the Masters of the Universe Classics had done that one. If you've never seen the movie, the Masters of the Universe movie, I would recommend watching it, because all the old people who hated it and were mean about it and those old critics, they're gone. Watch it now and see what you think. Because as a kid, it was one of my favorites. And his performance, Frank Langella's performance as Skeletor, if they make another live action, I don't know. Just very hard to top. Amazing.
Dude, the shape of Dolph Lundgren in that movie.
Oh, my gosh.
Bro. I mean, he was perfect. Like chiseled out of stone. I mean, I always wanted to look like that.
This
amazing.
At the end, when they tells him this will be our final battle, the whole thing, man, that's what a movie's supposed to be, you know? I don't mind like a picture, I guess, that's a deeper and more, you know, we're going on the Scorsese, Christopher Nolan route. I'm all for that too. Sometimes I just like stuff blowing up, swords clashing, muscles, all that good stuff. I'm a big Masters fan.
Me too. This is a 1981 Man at Arms.
Man at Arms.
Loose, as your friend says. Woo, woo, woo,
Cardona,
you know it.
right?
Woo, 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 you know it.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with him.
Really?
We were supposed to go I wanted to hang out with him last night, and he went to dinner with his wife and his brother and his brother's wife, which seems far more important than hanging out with me, but still. I only ask you so many times to hang out till you're off the list, you know?
Good to know. Good to know,
Right.
because WWE Live in Germany is coming. Good to know. Understood. Next question is from Daniel here. When do we get a Cody Rhodes Masters of the Universe Edition action figure?
Oh, wow. We went Motu back to back. Mattel, who's been such a really great partner for WWE from the beginning. I was in the very first Mattel series, and then to come back and do the Mattel Creations figure that they released, they did an amazing job with that. I actually would say, without spoiling anything, I would try to change the scent and put you guys onto a different path. There might be another crossover with WWE and a property of sorts that involves several of your favorite WWE superstars in a different setting. So I can give no more away than that. I feel like that's probably already too much. As far as the Motu one goes, they already have the mold, because I think that it's is it Duplico?
I think so.
It's a real like deep cut that is just me already. You just put the robe on him and he'd be good to go. That would be a absolute bucket list. Amazing. If that happened, that would take the slot as my favorite of the Motu figures.
Last Motu question. I have to ask it. Who's your favorite character?
It's a good one.
Mine is Man at Arms.
I like I like the current Kevin Smith Netflix series.
Good.
I liked it, enjoyed it. I thought Mark Hamill did a really good job. I would actually say from that series, just thinking out loud, it's up between the Sorceress and King Grayskull. I thought they did a really good job of like creating that lore and painting it. And obviously they're dealing with years of continuity and all those things. It's never easy to take up a property like Kevin Smith did, but I really dug what they did with King Grayskull and the Sorceress.
As Jay Uso would say, I feel you, dog.
Yes.
Marcel wants to know, is your autoplay on YouTube still dominated by action figure reviews?
So it switches. It's that was the big thing, and then I'd say it's that, and then it's a lot of gaming stuff. I really like what happened with Matt McMuscles and the Completionists, which are really cool if you just like people who are. I pick up, play the story, I'm done with the game. You know, that's it. Then there are those people who complete every little deal, and I feel like a parallel to my WWE career is I'm now trying to complete every little piece. Absolutely, and that's fun to see that just paralleled in the gaming world. But those two videos are great too.
Like, I had to fight for my iPad today because my daughters are permanently on it and watching Bluey and yeah, dude, they're the best. I have two daughters. You have a daughter right now, right?
Yeah, Liberty is 2 years old, and it is amazing. So she has a tablet. She's got some tablet time throughout the day, and she's downloaded she on her own games. So at 2, I was telling Brandy, I was like, her learning curve for this far ahead of where it's just like when we got the NES controller, and the next thing you know, the N64. We were able to we had this little learning curve in this process we went through. These kids with these touchscreen tablets, they're gonna be able to do anything and everything at any point, just because she's already downloading games. She watches a lot on that tablet. She's watching a lot of Fancy Nancy right now, and I think Fancy Nancy is the Halloween costume. I'm not sure. She told me I was supposed to be the dad in Fancy Nancy, but the dad is just like a generic like white guy. So it's not. I need like, I don't know. I'd rather be the dog. Like I might get a dog outfit or something. I don't know. It's more about her and her mom. They're gonna get together. Her and Brandy will get together, and I'll probably just take photos. But I gotta have something, you know.
Always. Next question is from Angel Trish. How excited are you to return to Germany next week?
I'm very, very excited. Again, the last time I was over there was with WXW, 16 Karat. I remember I crowd surfed. The way the crowd was, you could just lay back. And I trusted that this wonderful German audience would carry me in their arms. And they did. They carried me all the way around and back to the ring. And that was a great experience. And then my time before that, Germany was one of the first places I came to in my early 20s. And that was just, for someone who's a deep dive world history person, to be able to be in Germany is very, very special. Looking forward to it. It's one of the places, the old wrestler saying is, you go everywhere, you see nothing, you know, because you go airport, arena, airport, you're moving so quickly. One of the things I like to do is make a list in my mind of places I want to go back when it's, you know, when the wheels come down and it's all said and done. And Berlin is for sure already been there in terms of on that list of a place I want to come back to, take the family to, because I've had such a great experience. I really have. It's just welcomed, warm, welcoming fans. So I look forward to it.
Funny Cody Rhodes Berlin story back then in 2012. I remember that day when the PR people, like, they turned pasty white. They were so nervous, and I said, what's wrong? Cody wants to go to the gym. We didn't look for a gym. And I said, no problem. Don't sweat it. We'll go to the gym in Berlin. I will make it happen. No problem. I'm being all big mouth and stuff. And then we go to the gym, and on the front desk, there's this guy who looks like Steve Urkel, his pants pulled up and super smart about everything and taking everything super seriously.
Yes.
And it took us forever to get the workout in. We had to fill out a trial membership. You had your photo taken and everything. And I'm sweating bullets because I had been such a big mouth, and you're in your chair there watching me like, so what's he going to do now? And after half an hour, we ran through the whole process, and I was so nervous. And Cody, we can train, and you like, finally, so.
I do always insist on, you know, I look at the schedule and we'll be like, okay, these are the days you're going to get your lifting in, because you gotta stay, especially this day at WWE, you gotta stay in top shape. I always look at this, but there's so many gyms that I'm probably a member at that I don't know. They literally take the little thing, snap the photo of you, whatever it takes. Now the secret, and I don't mean to blow his spot, but Arn Anderson's secret used to just be, he would walk by the front desk at 100 miles an hour and literally just say, just working out for the day. And he'd just keep moving. And because he was like a bruiser looking type older man in a sweatsuit, usually he'd have one of those like track sweatsuits. I think most of the time they just thought, okay, let him roll. He had the best. Me and you though, we'll spend half an hour figuring out a membership, but Arn had the secret.
Life hack.
Yeah.
Last fun fact here. In April 2009,
WWE is in this unprecedented. Tickets are just, it's unbelievable how many tickets are being sold, and hopefully it doesn't take as many next time.
So see you next week, guys. Again, tickets are on sale now. WWE Live is coming to Germany, Munich, Cologne, Hamburg, and Berlin. See the American Nightmare live. It can't get any better. Cody, the last words are for you.
No, you did it. You said it best. Come. Hang out with us, experience this. We are literally, if you're a longtime fan, if you're a fan who's just jumping in, we're in this golden age of sports entertainment, and come to these shows and find out why, because really there's nothing like the live event itself and the experience that WWE offers. So hopefully I will see you all there.
Fingers crossed. Say hi to DDP. Thanks again for the interview, and see you next week. This was Cody Rhodes on BBD Voltage.
I think he's actually just lingering in the hallway over there. Maybe.
Say hi.
He's the legend. All right, my man.
See you next week, Cody Rhodes on BBD.
See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And that was the interview. Guys, let me know what you think about the Cody Rhodes interview, Instagram Live. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you share this video so everybody would know about this interview done by the dashing Cody Rhodes, WWE superstar, and along with the Germany interviewer. It's your boy, the People Champ 1983. Don't forget to hit the smash that like button, share this video, subscribe so you won't miss any of my live streams and videos. And this is People Champ 1983, and I'm signing out. Deuces. What up, though? What up, though? The People Champ 1983 back with you with another video. And today we about to watch Cody Rhodes as the dashing Cody Rhodes do this interview with the Germany interviewer from Instagram Live, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to sign out. So let's watch. Hope y'all enjoying y'all. Hope y'all doing well physically, mentally, and emotionally on this day. And let's watch this Cody Rhodes interview by a Germany interview. And don't worry, I will be right in the cut watching with each and every one of you. So let's get it.
Cody Rhodes, he wore a suit to the after party, man.
I did. I did. It's actually a rare today. I was struggling with I'm doing a little work over. My wife has got a yoga and Pilates studio, and I'm at the studio I shoot stuff for, and I have a suit and tie here. But I thought maybe today will be the day that I just keep it a little cash. But when I went there for WXW, I actually had a really great moment that's now almost full circle after standing in the ring with Ilya at NXT. Is I watched a few of the matches on the final day, and I got to see Gunther and Ilya do their thing. I feel like I was treated to anyone who's seen those matches understands now, but I still think there's a whole nother worldwide stage where they're going to have another one for us to just enjoy. I was beyond impressed, really, really beyond impressed. And having been in the ring with Gunther myself now, that was cool to see them where they're at.
Absolutely agree. I think the best is yet to come for these two. I mean, they're amazing, and their evolution, to see it. I mean, from a physical standpoint, from an in-ring standpoint, I mean, they've come a long way.
You actually mentioned the evolution, and to me, it's like specifically Gunther. Just in this moment, he's put in so much